I'd like to bring in for more perspective on what's happening with the incoming president and the intelligence department. Joining me now is Naveed Jamali. He is a former double agent who worked undercover for the FBI against Russia and the author of How to Catch a Russian Spy. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
I always like to get a gut reaction from people. So what is your gut reaction, Naveed, today from what you've heard?
You know, Tamron, I spent over 3 years working undercover for the FBI. And, you know, I trusted these agents with nothing short of my life and my family's life. And I don't think I made a sort of knee-jerk reaction to do so. And frankly, it bothers me very much to see that these people who I trusted with nothing short of my life are being sort of cast aside and having their loyalty questioned. It's, you know, it is very disheartening. And we're not talking about senior people. We're talking about the rank and file. And, you know, the professionalism that I saw with these agents is something that I think America could be proud of. And I know that the intelligence world is one that is often not exposed by its, by the virtue of what it does. And nonetheless, these people are true professionals, and I think that it is unfortunate that there's this feud that has brewed that, puts the rank and file in this position where the president views them not as an asset, but as a liability.
And Naveed, for clarity, I believe, and I think most people, no agency is above questioning, and every agency should be challenged, and there may be good people in any organization, but there are people who make either bad decisions deliberately or by mistake. Donald Trump's first accusation toward the intelligence department or agency was bringing up the weapons of mass destruction. That was his point at the time in trying to justify some of this. So we'll set aside that we always know that any agency can be questioned. How he is doing it here, going after the outgoing CIA director and accusing him of being the leak of this information, is there anything that you can compare it to that you experienced while with the FBI, with a leader of this country, or even a lawmaker for that matter, a member of Congress?
You know, after becoming a double agent, I was lucky enough to take commission in the United States Navy and become an intelligence officer. So I've seen two perspectives of this world. And what I can tell you is that the role of intelligence, very clearly, Tamron, is not to make decisions. Rather, it's to take unfiltered data, intelligence, if you will, analyze it, and inform a decision maker so that he or she can then in turn make an educated decision. So intelligence is not meant to be biased. Now, you're right. There are people that are, have an agenda. Politics, of course, in some cases, unfortunately, enters in this. But the core of what every intelligence officer strives to do is to present leadership with that clear prism of saying, this is what the intelligence is saying is happening. What you decide to do with that is up to you, but I want you to be informed. So when you dismiss that, it goes at the heart of what our intelligence community is meant to do.
And let me ask you, you know the story. During the election, there was a report that Rudy Giuliani somehow had been privied information from agents allegedly out of the New York office. None of that been confirmed. But at this point, knowing what you know intimately, and I'm sure you have friends still with the agency and in the intelligence community, are you confident that they've not allowed themselves in some way to be pulled into this partisan environment and may, while not be responsible for these words from Donald Trump, a part of the climate currently that we're seeing?
You know, it's a great question. Just as a caveat, it's important to separate the two functions of the FBI. So there's the criminal side, which is the one that was investigating Hillary Clinton's email server, and that's where the letter leaked. Then there's the counterintelligence side, which is really more under the Director of National Intelligence and much more focused on intelligence. And they really do operate as sort of two separate and distinct communities. I mean, the word is always compartmentalization. Look, I can't say that politics is not going to creep into this. Clearly, at a senior level, I think it would. But, I think, look, it's like the street cop. We're talking about the average run-of-the-mill rank-and-file intelligence folk who make up this. I mean, Brennan, wonderful career CIA man, but he's not doing analysis. He's not in the field. It's important not to denigrate the people that are actually doing the work, and I think that's the problem, is when you go after Brennan, you also denigrate those, the rank-and-file.
All right, thank you very much. We really appreciate you joining me, Naveed. Joining me